like any big kid, I like playgrounds.
Those shoes.
Lucky for me, I have a 7-year-old, and he's got lots of friends who also love to get out and play. Though their playgrounds are decades away from the slam-your-butt seesaws and galvanized jungle gyms I grew up on, and light years away from the very first playgrounds in this country, put up in the late 1800s.
Playgrounds aren't just toys. They're where imaginations soar, and they're where dreams become reality.
Daryl Hammond, founder of a non-profit group called KaBOOM, wants to build playgrounds like this one just outside Washington, D.C. in your neighborhood. Partnering with big money donors like Home Depot, KaBOOM is more than halfway through one of its goals of putting up 1,000 playgrounds in 1,000 days.
People refer to us as the Habitat for Humanity for playgrounds and skate parks.
On empty lots around the country, the playgrounds go up like an old-fashioned barn raising. Hundreds of volunteers, tons of sweat equity, built from the ground up in just one day. Each KaBOOM space is different.
They should have a variety of play opportunities because that's what's going to engage and encourage kids to have more creativity.
But since the organization buys more playground equipment than anyone else, you do see a lot of the same stuff. And that worries architectural historian Susan Solomon.
What's the first line of your book? Playgrounds are a disaster.
Playgrounds, existing American playgrounds are a disaster?
Right.
To be fair, Solomon has softened on that since her book, American Playgrounds, came out 2 years ago. But she wants us to consider a different kind of play space, one that looks like this. This is a playground? Imagine me as a 6-year-old. I'm going to see this as a play space?
Sure. You can walk on it. You can roll a ball on it. You can hide under it.
It's not exactly a jungle gym, though.
Not exactly. Not exactly.
Students from Harlem's Thurgood Marshall School make the point, without something that looks like, say, a fort, Solomon argues that kids are free to just imagine.
It leaves open the possibility that anything can happen. There's nothing predictable.
You can imagine running along here and then fog comes on from below.
At San Francisco's Golden Gate Park, landscape architect Walter Hood created the Children's Garden of Enchantment. Even Hood isn't sure we should call this a playground, though play and ground are both key.
It's a place you can come and you might dig into the dirt, you might climb on something, you might run, you might sit, you might question, you might get frightened, you might be happy, but it's something that's more sensual versus physical.
2 cutting-edge playgrounds are now in the works in New York City. One will be from avant-garde architect Frank Gehry. What's this for? The other from designer David Rockwell, whose creation will replace a Manhattan parking lot. One thing you seem to know is that kids want water.
Kids do want water. They want sand.
And they want to make a mess.
And they want options. They want to get their hands in the dirt.
Better known for his playgrounds for grown-ups, like some of New York's hottest restaurants. Rockwell, a dad himself, has turned his attention to how kids play and what they want to play with. How will the kids use them?
They'll build forts, they'll build chains, and these interlock.
These come from Kmart.
See, look at that, you're playing. What's surprising is watching kids use something in the way that isn't what it was intended for. They'll always take something and turn it upside down and look at it differently.
Once again, moms and dads, maybe we're overthinking it. Playground design? The real experts don't need to be told how to have a good time.